Hello, rewatch crowd. Krakoa was an X-Men thing. Krakoa was an X-Men thing is something I'm going to be saying a lot, I think. Hey, Witch. The witch so nice they named her twice. Hey, Jordan. Hey, Killface. Hey, Joel. Oh, nothing. My mom messaged me. Hey, Jordan. That was a few days ago, Jordan. That was Sunday. I took a sick day. Today is just my weekend. Oh, you're asking what happened? I woke up feeling poorly. I woke up on Sunday and I felt sick. So I took the day off as a sick day. Well, can I ever say high enough? Nah, as a migraine. What if I want to say hi repeatedly? What's wrong with that? Hi, Jordan. So I think that's going to be my thing for this stream, is just every so often just going to be like, hi, Jordan. Forgot I was here in 5 seconds. Well, my memory's bad, Jordan. I have a bad short-term memory and a bad long-term memory. I just have a bad memory. Except for fucking Simpsons gags. Only thing I'm capable of remembering is goddamn Simpsons jokes. I call the big one baby. Sorry, just talking to my mom. Anyway, hi, Jordan. How's she doing? She's doing okay. Apparently, she was doing a little bit of gardening earlier. The old bagpipe. Seems rude. Yeah, she was doing a little work in the garden earlier. Hey, Anunnaki. Nope. Nope, no cooking. Thoughts on the Venom trailer? I didn't watch it. I've seen screenshots of the Vorse, the Venom horse. And it looks pretty cool. But I don't particularly care about Venom. I still haven't watched the other Venom movies. Who's Krakoa? Krakoa is an X-Men thing. The past almost 5 years of X-Men stories have been the Krakoa era. Hi, Jordan. Why goodbye? Because it just ended today. The final issue of the Krakoa era was released today. Hey, though. So now they go into their From the Ashes, I think is the like From the Ashes is going to be the new thing. I am disappointed in Killface. Like, I haven't read any of them the past 2.5 years. Over 2.5 years. Is Krakoa a character? Yes. And also it was their home. Krakoa was a living island. Krakoa was a living island that that mutants were living on. Getting kitten. Hey, Jenna. Kitten, nice. Kittens are great. I kind of miss having a kitten. I don't know that I will ever get another kitten myself, personally. I'm thinking when I do get another cat, I will probably go for like a rescue. Let the Mexico electing first one president. Good for them. That said, I don't really know anything about her, so I don't know if she's awful. Entirely possible that she could be just terrible. But if she's not, then great. I hope that she is not awful. Hey, Jenna. Jenna said she's getting a kitten. Getting a kitten. Kitten. That's cute. Kittens are cute. I bet you're halfway saved up to live. Nah, I got I got the chicken fillets from St. Hubert's. Halfway to move. And the issue is like, as soon as I move into a place of my own, I stop saving. I stop being able to save up any money, and I probably start losing money. Moving into a place of my own, I will probably start losing money because rents are genuinely that stupid. Get a roommate. That means meeting somebody new. I hate meeting new people. It sucks. What do you think Chantel didn't end up getting a place? Um, Partly because she missed, her family back in Kuwait, her husband and her cat and her hamster. So yeah, she missed, her husband, her cat, her hamster. So she missed everyone back in Kuwait. Also, cost of living is really bad in Canada. Canada does have a really high cost of living compared to Kuwait. Like it's just Kuwait is just so much cheaper. Yeah, I don't know that I'd. I don't know that I'd want to live with my brother. For one thing, never know when he's going to lose his job. Econ prick. Like he just says, he has bad luck with his jobs. Like either he hates the job and like basically tries to get fired. Like either he hates his job and gets fired because he doesn't do it, or hey troll please, or he just gets laid off because of like budget shit. Don't be rude, Killface. Don't be mean. Move in with those streamers. I don't know other streamers. I'd have to it runs back into the problem of meeting people. Hi, Jenny. I sent Camion my boo pic, so if you want them, let me know. Thank you for the offer, Jenny. FG and Foodie Rachel did. I did not see that because I don't pay any attention to drama bullshit. I don't care. I don't. I genuinely don't care. Yes, Grapegoat? Nothing. What's going on up in this hole? Pretty sure nothing. Thanks, Jenny. Hey, Molly. I don't think there's anything in particular going on. I saw a dinosaur today. Ooh. Like a real one? I've never seen a. I mean, I suppose I have seen dinosaur bones. Camion, Rick also sent who picks to Camion probably. Good to know. Camion is a repository of boob pics. Everyone just. They're like, you know that seed vault in Antarctica? Yeah, it's Pride Month in Canada as well. No one's ever said hi to me on a live stream. Grit never spoken. Well, that would be why, Molly. So yes, hello. And so yeah, like you know that seed vault in the Arctic, like where all they got everyone like where all it's got like just this big collection of like every seeds from like every plant on the planet that we discovered so far anyway. Cam is like that for boob pics. I look like Mike from Archie Bunker. I don't know who Mike is. I never watched that show. Hi, Gigi. Anyone can have my boob pics. I don't share mine. No one gets to see my boobs. Going to Ottawa Pride? Nope. Aside from the fact that I don't really like doing things on my own, I wouldn't have a way up to Ottawa. Just heard that awful screech. Do I know how to get there? Can't take a bus. Can't take a train. Can't take an Uber. Basically, in order to get to Ottawa, I would basically have to go like to Montreal first. It's a cool t-shirt. Yeah, sir. It's just my Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. Is there Cornwall Pride? I mean, probably, but it's fucking Cornwall. It's just about the only option. Looks awesome. It is an awesome t-shirt. I do like it. I like it. Because yeah, like basically like there's like a train that goes to Ottawa and then or to Montreal and then Ottawa. So Cornwall to Ottawa, it's like an hour-long drive. And I remember looking it up, and it'd take me like 3 or 4 hours. It'd take me like 4 hours to get there by train. Take the Kia. I don't drive. Like it's that stupid that like a 1 hour trip takes 4 hours because I'd have to go long way around. Got a Mazda 2? Hitchhike? No. It runs into hitchhiking runs into the problem of meeting a new person, Anunnaki. I don't want to meet new people. People always making suggestions like, oh, you should do this. And it's like, but it means meeting somebody. I'm not ready for that. Do you go if there's a short way? Nah, I wouldn't really want to go to a pride thing on my own anyway. I hate doing things on my own. Hitchhike is dangerous. Less so in Canada. There was I remember a few years ago. let's see. Is this going to be Cornwall Pride? I think. Yeah, a few years ago. Oh, bye, Gigi. A few years ago, there was an experiment that was done. These dudes built a hitchhiking robot. Ate someone on the bus in Canada. I do remember that actually. Yeah, that was fucked up. So yeah, a few years ago, these dudes built a hitchhiking robot. Hey, Big Turks. And sent it across Canada. Yeah, they put it down like Newfoundland. Yeah, they put it down east coast of Canada. And basically had it hitchhike, basically tried to see how far across the country it would make it. And it made it all the way across Canada. So like all the way from the east coast to the west coast. No problems. They tried in the US. Fucking Philadelphia. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Philadelphia. But that city is just deeply fucked up. Detroit. No, it was Philadelphia. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Big Turks. Thank you for 17 months, Big Turks. Yes, it was Philadelphia that it was destroyed. Because that city is just fucking bizarre. Like, it is a. This is the same city that threw batteries at Santa Claus. No, I will never let Philadelphia forget that. Santa's funny. Sure, but like, check a face emoji. I didn't forget to make it. I just haven't bothered with it. You could always make it. Why do I have to be the one to make it? I'll try one of these days. I'll try. ECW. City of brotherly love and destroying friendly robots, and fucking chucking batteries. Chucking batteries at a dude dressed as Santa Claus. It's like baseball game, and dude comes out dressed as Santa. Something fun for the kids. Ooh, how cute! And the Philadelphia audience threw fucking batteries at the dude. Dude, I'm making new emojis. People want me to make a Jekka emoji. I don't blame them. Jekka is great. I mean, she's terrible, but she's also great. Like she's that. She's that very unique blend of horrible and wonderful. I don't have a pizza emoji. If it was possible to make like audio emojis, I would definitely have one of Hunter going, "Aw, fuck!" Because that is an amazing delivery. Thanks, Tom Brook. Happy Pride to you too. Anywho, yay for gay, indeed. Who is my favorite fictional gay character? Your mom. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know that I necessarily have a favorite. Mamek Brook. I like that one. Mamek Brook. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty that I enjoy. Yeah, there's plenty of great ones out there. Karma from New Mutants, She-Ra. I mean, basically the entire cast of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. That entire cast was some brand of queer. Hey, Tariana. By Krakoa. Krakoa was an X-Men thing. Um, Mallory from Mage and Demon Queen. Mallory was always a delight. Um, Samantha Taylor from Mass Effect Mass Effect 3 was adorably awkward. I liked her. All the assorted gays on Star Trek are great across the various Star Treks, but mostly Discovery. I have the same release date as Doom. Favorite supervillain? Lady Stiltman. Hey, Kiki. Oh, yeah, I'm feeling better. Obviously, our boy Cove, who I'm pretty sure is demisexual. I don't believe I did say that, Big Turks. I don't think I did say that. Yeah, our boy Cove is, I'm pretty sure, as I recall, Cove was demisexual. What's that? Basically, it means that he's only sexually attracted to people that he has an emotional connection with. Like he can only be like sexually and romantically attracted to somebody if he already has uh, an emotional connection with them. No one night stands for Cove. Nope. Thoughts on remarkably short, hairy legs on a dude. I'm talking disproportionate. I mean, it's not my thing, but guys aren't my thing. Oh, and hi, Jordan. Giving monkey legs. Like in my case, it's just like I don't have an attraction to men, so I can't. Thanks, I just got here. Thanks, I just got here. So it's one of those things. Like I can't judge whether it's sexy or not. I knew a guy who wore like 5-inch lifts in his shoes is kind of slick. At that point, just wear the heels. You know, just wear the heels. Imagine not being attracted to men when Jacob Elordi exists. I know. I wish I did have an attraction to men. Genuinely, I wish that I could find men attractive, but I don't. Did my mom ever dress up as a deranged cave woman? Not that I am aware of. But no. I'm not around her 24 hours. I'm not around her 24/7, man. I don't know what she gets up to in her spare time. I don't know what she does when I'm not around. Does she watch my lives? Not often, I don't think. I think she's maybe like checked them out once in a while, but I told her that my audience says hi. Did I do it? I have. I've asked her, Jordan. I asked her, you weirdo. Hey, Jess. Yeah, same place. No idea if I'll ever get out of this place. Hey, Zach. Hey, Jordan. Hi, Daddy. Big Dick Daddy. Uh, not much, because Alan Moore didn't really do a whole lot of Marvel stuff, and I mostly did Marvel stuff. I mostly read Marvel stuff. My mom says hello back, and no, that's her everyday look. No, she is not watching the stream now. Well, you didn't see her. She was just texting me just now. Unfortunately, I have to go, but glad to watch you look for live ones. All right. Well, I hope your day isn't too awful, Jess. Sure, I want to check what Alan Moore did at Marvel. I believe he did. I believe Moore was the one who did a lot of the early Captain Britain stuff, as I recall. So yeah, I've read his I've read a fair bit of his Captain Britain stuff. At least I'm pretty sure I read a chunk of his Cat in Britain stuff. Hey, Barbara. No, I never read it. Being Canadian, like all that 2000 AD stuff, it's only, it hasn't been that long that stuff's really been available over here. Yeah, never read Watchmen or never read Watchmen or V for Vendetta, Killing Joke, Swamp Thing. I never read any of that stuff. Obviously, huge amount of respect for him for what he's accomplished in comics. Yeah, he is one of the he is like he did shape comics. Like he really is directly responsible for a huge shift in the way comics are told, the way comics are done. Sadly, not always for the better. Like not, and like through no fault of his own. Uh, Not all of his influence has been positive. Hero, like writers who just don't like Frank Miller. Um, Frank Miller had some great. Frank Miller did write a lot of great comics. He does have some. He does have some issues. Not a lot of. There's not a lot of people who'd accuse him. Hey, Jenny. Not a lot of people who'd accuse Frank Miller of. Hey, Joanna. Of being great at handling female characters. Frank Miller's all like Frank Miller definitely always had a problem with female characters. And then, after 9/11, he had that very unfortunate right wing xenophobic turn. Cam has an issue with females existing. He calls them femcells. Does he? Favorite Canadian comic writer? I mean, there's a lot of good, we've got some good ones. Mariko Tamaki is phenomenal. Ryan North obviously is, spectacular. Just like a really great writer. Chip Zdarsky, I think, is Canadian, and he's very good. Faith Erin Hicks, I really like her. Even the female incels hate female zip. Kate Beaton, yeah, has. I haven't read Ducks yet. I do. I should read. I should get around to reading Ducks. My main experience with Kate Beaton is just, you know, a bunch of random Hark a Vagrant strips and panels. But I mean, Hark a Vagrant is just an absolute delight. So I don't know. Canada's got a strong comic scene. Oh right, I was talking about Frank Miller. Like Frank Miller, like had a lot of really good stuff. A few iffy things, but then 9/11 happened, and he took that right wing xenophobic turn for a while, which he's even acknowledged was like even he's been like, yeah, that was shitty. You know, like he's basically said, I I denounced who I was in those days. Hey, no name. What I had for dinner? I had Cindy Bears, huge comic festival in our little Ontario town. Neat, neat. Dark Knight. Yeah, it was that Holy Terror that he wanted to do as a Batman story. So gonna buy a rice cooker. I do still intend to buy a rice cooker tomorrow. I'm still planning on it. Might not use it tomorrow. Might be another week or two before I actually use it. But from from a grocery store. We don't have Costco's in Canada or in Cornwall. I mean, we have it in Canada, but we don't have Costco's in Cornwall. I feel like I remember there having been rumors that we were going to get one, but they might have been just rumors. Costco's so overrated if you're not a family. And if you are a family, it's fantastic. Missing out on that $1.50 hot dog. Yep. Although I did see someone else mention recently that Costco is actually really good when it comes to quote unquote ethnic food. Like, Chantal says their hot dogs make her burp all day. Costco in Canada would just be a warehouse full of maple syrup and French fries. Yeah, like that. Costco's like actually really good for food from sort of other places, other countries, other cultures. So I've heard at least. All grocery stores in Canada are monopoly. They kind of are. Support local mom and pops. I love Costco, but it's so crowded. Yeah, like all the grocery stores are owned by that what's that company? They do have cheap gas. I'm blanking on them, but Gale and Weston, yeah, they do have cheap gas. I'm blanking on them, but Gale and Weston, yeah. Well, I mean, Weston is like the CEO. I'm trying to remember the name of the company itself, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, they're all the same company, and they just keep jacking prices up while boasting about record profits. Eating a chocolate bar to support child illiteracy. Keep the children illiterate. Teach them to read, and next thing you know, they're gonna hey marbles. Next thing you know, they're gonna want to be treated like human beings. Fuck that noise. Anywho, Swiss chalet. I feel like I don't. I feel like I didn't really like Swiss chalet. I feel like I'm not a huge. Like I'm not particularly keen on Swiss chalet. Swiss chalet confuses me. Could have sworn we had one in Cornwall. Oh, did it close? Might have actually. The one in Cornwall might have actually closed as well. Yeah, I think the one in Cornwall might actually be closed. Could be wrong. Yeah. Yeah, we don't actually have one in Cornwall anymore. We used to. I know we did have one in Cornwall years and years and years ago, but not anymore. What about Cindy Bears? Yeah, that's what I ordered. Anyway, I'm gonna get myself more water. Gonna get more water. I'll be back in a minute with water. Alright, I am back with water. I don't have a dog. The people downstairs do. Don't watch that. I mean, not just now, but I mean, I washed it earlier tonight. I washed the glass earlier tonight. I don't see a reason to rewash it every time I'm refilling it with water. You know, give it a wash the first time I use it. Or if more than a few hours go by without me using it. But so I'm making good progress in my in recording Final Fantasy III. I've recorded up to episode 14 of Final Fantasy III now. I regret to inform you that a couple of episodes have me singing. There are 2 different episodes where I have to sing. I don't like it. Can I sing now? No. No, I cannot. I can't sing. I want to play that game live. Because I'm playing it on... I want to play that game live. Because I'm playing it on... Because I'm recording it. I don't know, I like having, like, for games where I want to like go into a lot of detail. What's on? Hey, color purple. What's on? Oh, I mean, it's just like these little like they're just things that either plot um, or like tips or whatever, just like little bits of lore or little hints for things you can find, that sort of thing. They're just these little in-game songs that some bards sing. Dragon Warrior. I mean, I've already got Final Fantasy. I'm only on Final Fantasy 3. So I still got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 15, 16, 7 remake, 7 rebirth. Maybe I'll do maybe I'll do Final Fantasy Origins as well. I don't know, see how I feel. But it's a long fucking series. Like, it'll probably take me about 5 years. I figure it's probably going to be about 5 years for me to finish the series. So, Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior. I've got enough games as it is. Do I? Yes, I absolutely do. I absolutely have enough games as it is. Plus, there are a few, like, I'm not gonna lie, there's a few games that I'd like to play that are just like 1 or 2 episode games, like 1 or 2 video games. Yeah, like that would take 1 or 2 videos. There are some like sort of one-shot games that I'd like to do in there as well. Not Final Fantasy games, just like other games that I've either backed on Kickstarter or that I've bought on Steam. So, yeah. Hey, Donna. Hi, Jordan. Speaking of games, I just backed another visual novel on Kickstarter. There's a visual novel I backed a few years ago that I never did actually get around to playing at all. A visual novel called Arcadia Fallen. Play the role of a young alchemist apprentice who is unwillingly bound to an illegal spirit. Suddenly drawn into a war between humanity and magic, they must join a group of unlikely heroes to escape their own doom, hopefully saving the world along the way. They're putting out a sequel to that game. So I'm backing the... That's when it going? Yeah. It's hot. I'm actually going to turn my fan on. It's getting hot in that. So yeah, I backed the sequel to that game. Don't bother with the fan. I mean, it's hot. Hey, Del. Nah. That's what I figured. Nah. That's what I figured. Just wanted to look something up. Lose the shirt? No, scapegoat. I know you're a perv who wants to see me topless, but no. Saving that shit for the OnlyFans that I'm never making. Also, even with my shirt off, I would still be too hot. Even if I did take my shirt off, I'd be like, no, still hot. Would still need a fan. Summer sucks. I hate summer. It's too damn hot. Confess myself to that. Not gonna lie, it kind of annoys me that I probably could make some pretty okay money on OnlyFans. Not a huge amount, but I could probably make I see. I mean, on and off. I'm upstairs, they're downstairs. I get the heat, they get the cold. So, they can't just have the air conditioning on 24/7, but because of the electric bill, but also just because it gets cold, it gets chilly for them down there. So when the air conditioner turns off. Hi, Julia. Such a whiner. Yeah, so people who get excited about summer, like that summer is when they get out and party, they disgust me. I know. You. Partying. Ugh. Why would anyone want to go out and party? I don't get it. Don't understand it. In fairness, the fact that I am a hermit, um, the fact that I don't like going out and doing things, that I have no interest in, like, going to parties and shit like that, probably is a big part of why I don't like summer. It's hot with, because, it's hot, but other people, they do shit. It's like, hey, it's warm, can get out and hang out with people, have a good time. And I'm like, no, fuck that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have a nice time. You enjoy visiting your friends? Right, because you're a normal person. You are a relatively normal person. Yeah, at least for certain value of normal, at least. Um, I'm not. So the idea of visiting friends doesn't appeal to me. And because of that, summer doesn't have the same appeal to me that it does to a lot of people. And because of that, summer doesn't have the same appeal to me that it does to a lot of people. We have all these festivals and fairs, and they smell strongly of piss, even when it's not filtered. Yeah, like other people, like they'll go to the beach, they'll have a pool party, they'll go to a barbecue, they'll go to fairs and festivals, they'll do fun things outside of the house because it's not freezing. It's not cold, so it's feels safe to go outside. So they'll get out of the house and do things. I don't do that, so I just suffer in the heat. At least working from home means I don't have to suffer, you know, walking to work every day, like, 10, 15, 20 minutes suffering in the heat. To and from work each day. I can just sit at home, turn on the, if the air conditioning isn't on, I can just turn on the fan, that sort of thing. So Never clean, have to shower before work and arrive when stinky. Yep. Right, get there and shower before work, and then I get there and I'm already sweaty and stinky. It's terrible. Not that walking in the winter was any better, frankly. Walking to work in the winter also sucked. Anytime I walked to work, in the winter, whenever I was walking, I would just spend the whole time swearing. Walking in the summer, I wouldn't even have the energy to swear. But in winter, yeah, however long the walk was, I spent the whole time swearing. Do you think I read somewhere it does actually help with tolerating cold temperatures? Like, I feel like back when I still used to read Cracked.com, I feel like they mentioned something somewhere where, like, hey, KPK, that like there was some sort of experiment where people would like put their hand in a bowl of ice cold water and they'd see how long they could keep their hand in there. Sweating is good for you. Fuck that. Yeah, like they put their hand in like ice cold water and see how long they could keep it in there. And apparently, like swearing increased their tolerance, so they could keep their hand in the cold water longer. Have I read 1984? I did read 1984. Not for school. We didn't read it in school. I just read it on for myself. And it is indeed a good book. Animal Farm as well, I read just for myself. The dystopia we read in high school was Brave New World. 1258. I have not read 1258. What happened in 1258? Now you've got me curious. Mm, So it seems like nothing in particular, like nothing particularly important actually happened in 1258. It was just a year that happened. All right. Hope your day doesn't suck too much, KPK. Yeah. So yeah, the for high school, our dystopian novel was Brave New World, which again was good. Trying to remember all the books I read in high school. I was not going to remember them all. Lord of the Flies, we read. Did we read Frankenstein? I'm pretty sure we read Frankenstein. Wuthering Heights, which I fucking hated. Aren't they all banned now? More accurate to say they're challenged. And so here's the thing. It is more accurate to say that these books are challenged. There are efforts to get them banned. Books like Brave New World and that book's not going to be banned, at least not in very many places. And occasionally there might be a district that bans that book, or that removes it from the curriculum because of challenges, but not often. The big issue these days when it comes to book challenges is a small number of people who submit massive numbers of challenges, and it is like a very small number of people who are submitting it. Like it's a few dozen people across the U.S. Like genuinely, it is just a few dozen people across the entire country. A lot of them they're putting in challenges in places that they don't even fucking live. Fahrenheit 451. I have not read that one. And where it becomes a problem is Republicans taking these lists of book challenges. Jill, happy birthday, Jill Williams. Yeah, Republicans taking these lists and trying to legislate books away. Oh, thanks, Jill. So they'll have people with absolutely no background in libraries or literature or anything to do with books. They'll have people who have no background whatsoever in any book related field be in charge of determining what books are allowed for each age group. And they'll do they'll just whatever bullshit they can. And the target isn't necessarily the books themselves, really. The target, frankly, is the publishers. get the publishers to stop putting out books like that. That's what they're really going for. Make the publishers worry that, like, putting out this book is not going to be worth the cost. Putting out, publishing this young adult, publishing this young adult novel with a queer lead isn't worth the hassle, so they don't bother publishing the book. They just go for yet another book about a straight white male lead. That's the big issue facing. That's the big issue with, like, the book bans and book challenges and all that. It's trying to tell the publishers this novel about this middle grade novel about a black lesbian is something that we will fight and challenge and try to lead boycotts against you for, and blah blah. I mean, I am familiar with Fahrenheit 451 Buckle. I've never read the book, but I am familiar with it. Deep sleeper or light sleeper? It varies. I think generally I'm a pretty deep sleeper. But at the same time, something can sometimes just wake me up. Like, just, a bunch of noise outside, whatever, I'll sleep through that. But I think if somebody, like, stepped into my room, I would probably wake up. But no, I think I'm mostly a deep sleeper. Anyway, right, I was trying to remember all the books I read in high school. So yeah. Brave New World, Frankenstein, I'm pretty sure. Wuthering Heights, which I hated, despised that book. So fucking melodramatic. I'll have to write one book at least. Maybe science fiction or mystery. Hey, good luck with that, Jill. It's not easy to do. Lord of the Flies, which I didn't actually finish. I never did actually finish that one. Yeah, Wuthering Heights also. I know, it's terrible. Don't I lock my bedroom door? Well, I don't, and nobody comes in. And, like, nobody does come into my bedroom. But, like, if somebody did come in, it would probably wake me up. Maybe. Shakespeare, there was Midsummer Night's Dream, Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth, and Hamlet, or the Shakespeare that I read. think just those four. Pretty sure just those four. What else did I read? I think Pride and Prejudice, maybe? Did I? Probably. Maybe? I think Pride and Prejudice? Read Lord of the Flies only, fake read all the other books. Yeah. I mean, I liked reading back then, so. What else would I have read? V.C. Andrews books. Well, as long as you're reading, I suppose. Yeah, I don't remember any of the other books I read. Read Animal Farm in high school English class. It's politics. We were tested over every chapter. Our ghostwriters that write for an hour aren't very good. I read Animal Farm for myself, and I enjoyed it. Crappy book, Lord of the Flies. I liked Moby Dick. That was another one that I read for myself. Like Moby Dick was another book that I read just for my own enjoyment, and I did enjoy it. I get why people hate it. I get why people hate it, but I enjoyed it. Gatsby. We read Great Gatsby for in class. I do remember that. I read Great Gatsby in high school. I found it okay. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, my first book I read. Never read that one. Oh, you meant Lord of the Flies is creepy, not crappy. Yeah, blanking on anything else I might have read for high school. Daniel Steele's book, my jam, even though I was a little too young. Read 50 Shades of Grey to us. I feel like if I ever were to read something on stream, it'd have to be either public domain or like a really bad fan fiction. The kids these days can go to library. Yeah. Yeah, kids absolutely still go to libraries. I mean, frankly, libraries are one of the last places left where kids actually can hang out outside of their home. Like if kids want to hang out outside of their home, not a lot of places left for them to actually go these days. Libraries are one of the few places where, as long as they're not making as long as they're not making a lot of noise, as long as they're not disturbing other patrons, yeah, go ahead. Absolutely hang out. Stay as long as you like. Stay as long as you like, at least until the closing time. And I mean, like beyond that, I mean, libraries always have some sort of, you always have various clubs. They've got certain community services they do. Um, I had my first kiss on the library stairs, hiding make it section. That's cute, troll police. There's always going to be kids who just love books and who love hanging out at the library. There's still valuable research resources for kids who are like doing projects or shit like that. They need help. Spend hours in Barnes and Noble. Yeah, like if they need help doing research, library is still the best place for them to get help because librarians can sort of show them how to find good resources. Fun fact, a lot of libraries will let you rent video games. Movies as well. A lot of libraries will have movies for rent, or not for rent, but for borrowing. Hey, Corey Coconut. Libraries are great places. Like libraries are still hugely important to their communities, which is probably why so many municipal governments want to fucking get rid of them. They don't want places that serve the community. Like, there's a reason. Like, whenever city starts talking about like cutting library budgets, you're gonna get a lot of people going into the like. If a city council's like, oh, let's cut the library budget, you're gonna get a lot of people going into the next town hall meeting being like, hey, fuck you think you're doing, jackasses? You don't take one fucking dime from that library budget. I started nursing school. I started reading more real to life stuff. Stiff total history autopsies. And back to the Egyptians up to present day. That sounds like it'd be a really fun read that I would not be able to handle. Like, I don't think that I could read about autopsies, but it seems like it'd be a fun thing to read. Or music. Yep. I have a library within walking distance. I read a lot of fiction. That story was fake, Troll Police. I read a book that was so disturbing. I've never really been into disturbing fiction. Celebrity whose wife died. They immediately cremated her. People think it's revenge an autopsy because he killed her. Hey, Brayden. It's possible. Right. Well, I'm not sure if I heard like the specific story that you're talking about, but like I do remember a few years. I do remember a few years ago, there was this big story about, you know, this classroom has kitty litter in it because there's a student who identifies as a cat. And I'm like, no, actually, that's not actually why the classroom had kitty litter in it. Like that was just like it. Like yes, yes, the classroom did have kitty litter in it. It had absolutely nothing to do with the student identifying as a cat. From what I recall, the actual reason that they had kitty litter was in case of an active shooter situation. All the students would be hiding, and if anyone had to use the washroom, they could use the kitty litter. Also, a lot of schools have kitty litter for cleaning up vomit. It's just like it's a common thing for janitors will have janitors will have it for cleaning up vomit. Like it's just like that's going back decades. Sawdust, right? Yeah, sawdust or kitty litter. Like that's literally going back decades. That's a thing. So the other thing, what is Griff? The other thing is sometimes it is just completely made up. Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. This is the Muppet Show band. Yeah, in a lot of cases, a lot of the stories about the school that has kitty litter they were just straight up not true. Like there is one in PEI that no, it's just it literally wasn't they didn't it was literally just completely made up. There's another one in Ontario, completely made up. Few in Ontario actually. Yeah, like multiple schools in Canada. Why is PEI even a province? Just make it can't be a station. It's a province because leave PEI alone. PEI is fine. Yeah, well. So yeah, basically every single time, basically like literally almost every single time that somebody talks about this school has litter boxes for kids, it is always false. Every single time the school has to come out and say, no, that's not true. We do not provide litter boxes to students. One exception was a school in Colorado that did have it as a backup option in the event of an emergency lockdown. Um, so yeah, creepy doll in my closet. Got fired, bitches. Don't tell my wife. Good times, KPK. Good times. Hello, Maggie. So yeah, as far as the litter box in school goes, there is a hey Rosie, there's exactly one school that has been that has confirmed that it had litter boxes, and they had it in case of an emergency lockdown. Nothing to do with kids identifying as animals. It was in case of an emergency shooter lockdown. That is, and there was one school that even went that far. Like that even had it for that reason. Every single other time that somebody has made the claim, the schools have come out and said, no, that's false. And yet, and yet, it does not stop assholes from making that fucking claim. Like you would think that like when it's debunked every single time, you would think that like when literally every single time that it's false, you would think eventually conservatives would just, hey, Uncle Buck, conservatives would stop making the claim, right? But no, truth doesn't fucking matter to conservatives. They don't fucking care about truth. They could not care less whether something is true or not. It is entirely about what they want to believe is true. Politicians pick the weirdest, obscure things to get people worked up about. For like culture war bullshit. Yeah, like it's all culture war bullshit. And like they genuinely don't care about facts. I used to live that part of Oklahoma a long time ago. It's just it. They really don't care about facts. That it is completely irrelevant to them. They believe what they want to believe, and no amount of facts will ever convince them otherwise. Oklahoma is dusty. As soon as you cross the border, there's dust everywhere. That's funny. Anyway, it's my favorite province. Don't say PEI. I mean, I've only been to 3 provinces, and I haven't really seen that much of any of them. We're sure they even believe it, or is it just divide and conquer as per usual? A lot of them do believe it. There's some who absolutely know that what they're saying is bullshit. Like there are some who are fully aware that they are lying and are totally okay with the fact that they are lying. But there's a lot who do believe it as well. Will I be voting this election? Uh, I'll need to get down to get my provincial ID updated. Get my because I never updated my address. It's been a year that I've been living here. Yeah, over a year that I've been living here, and I still haven't updated my address with the government. So I'll need to do that. What is Canadian election? Don't know yet. I don't think it'll be too much longer. Yeah, it has to be before October. It has to be by October of next year. So the next election, the next federal election in Canada uh, has to be no later than October 20th, 2025. On my mail going to the vote. I don't get mail. So I will admit, Canada's weird. You can't vote for PM or senators. Yeah. You just pick a party and they make decisions for you. Kinda, yeah. Very democratic. Um, no term limits for prime ministers. Can you switch sides? Yeah, yeah, and it happens. It happens where somebody will change from one party to another. No primary elections either. Yeah, that's sort of awkward. I do think every country, frankly, needs ranked voting. An elected governor general can veto any laws he doesn't like. In theory, what are the? I mean, Canada doesn't have a president. We have a prime minister. Then, like, I'm not sure like what specific qualification. Like, I'm not sure if there's like specific age limit or anything like that. Semantics, kinda. Yeah, I do think that I just feel like Justin's been being for 10 years. It hasn't been 10 years. Oh, it has been 10. That's because I don't know. That was when he became leader. It's only been 9 years, Troll Police. He's only been prime minister for 9 years. Some countries have both the president and prime minister. Yes. Yeah, Trudeau became prime minister November 2015. So, yeah, it has been almost 9 years. So, yep, no term limits. In theory. In theory, there's no term limits. In practice, um, you know, after 10 years, they're gonna get if after 10 years, they're not going to get elected again. Joseph Stephen Harper. Um, Stephen Harper was 2006 to 2015, so he made it for 9 years. Um, Jean Chrétien was 1993 to 2003, so he lasted 10 years. So there is. Yeah, at least in modern times, they last a few years. They last like 10 years tops. Hey, Brooke, who was the best prime minister? Hard to say. They all do kind of suck. Hey, Patricia. I'm in Huntsville, Ontario. Trudeau can take a flying shit. I mean, I'm not a fan of Trudeau. Harper's better. No, Harper sucked. FDR is the only president elected 4 times. And he needed a giant ass war to do it. Yeah, Pierre Trudeau was president or prime minister for 15 years. Who's that staring from the closet? That is Cove from the visual novel Our Life Begins and Always. Yeah, Pierre Trudeau was prime minister. Well, he served like 2 terms. So Pierre Trudeau's first run as prime minister lasted 11 years, and then he got elected again for another 4 years. Would I vote for him on the third term? Depend on who the other options were. I'm not keen on war criminals. Yeah, so like in modern days, Crantia was 10 years, Harper was 9 years, Mulrooney was 8 years. Justin Trudeau's going to hit 10 years, but he's probably not going to. Oh no, he'll last. Actually, he'll probably hit. Well, no, he'll hit close to 10 years, but probably he probably won't last. I don't think that Trudeau's going to get reelected. So yeah, while there's no official term limits, recently in recent times, there's about a 10-year limit. They hit about 10 years and then they're gone. 9-10 years is about the longest they can last. It's when that movie Get Out. I know, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't think Trudeau's going to get reelected. I think that he's going to lose, which sucks because the Conservative Party is fucking awful. What I would genuinely love more than anything, would be for the fucking NDP to get elected. Vote for the I'd love it if people voted for the NDP because Conservatives are fucking awful. Poilievre is just no, fuck that dude. Anyway, on that note, I am going to end the stream here for tonight. Yes. Oof. As for 19 years. Yeah, basically. So your version of Poilievre based on a deep distrust of the French. I'm not saying no. Anyway. Yeah, more class of 09. Yep. More class of 09 tomorrow. So tomorrow we go back to being awful. See you then. So good night, everybody.